Okay, now some race specifics for the whole league. Bit. Okay, the dates are out. You can see them here. As you can see, each round is colour coordinated, so all the potash dates are the same. Again, all the other dates are also colour coordinated. So you'll be able to follow that through. I've said that loads of times. Every race day will follow the same timing schedule or day running procedure, and every race will follow the same except for round 5. Again, we'll announce closer to the time the exact timings of those races once we have a better idea of rider numbers. Another question that I get asked quite often: do you have to ride a mountain bike? And the answer is no. You can ride any bike you want. You can ride, it has to be off-road worthy, and it can't be motorised. No e-bikes currently. In the under 7 race, you can ride a balance bike. Adults, you can ride a balance bike if you want, but I think you might struggle a bit. The piece of equipment that you specifically need for the races is a helmet. It has to be British standard or European standard, and that's it. Obviously you need to be clothed, but you can wear whatever you want. Specifics for under 7, under 9 and under 12 races. We try and keep the under 7 course as flat as possible. Potash particular is quite narrow, so we do ask for parents, if you're going to assist, which you can only assist in the under 7, keep out the way, be careful who's coming up behind you. You can push, but only on the uphill, and if there's another rider coming up, lapping you, passing, get out the way. Your child can move to one side while the leader comes through. At Potash, there is a cut-through section which we introduced last year, so when you get to the top of the hill, the adult can cut through the centre bit, while the child goes around the outside on the downhill section on their own. Under 9 and under 12 races, you can ride a balance bike if you want, if there's any reason that your child needs that. If that gets you into the sport, and if it gives you a nice day out in the woods, then fine. A little bit about the age. When do you go up and when do you go down? We don't go down, you only get older, so only going up. So if you're in the under 7s, then you have to be 6 or under on the 31st of December 2024. So you could be 7 on the 1st of January, that's fine. You'll stay, everybody will have their birthday in the following year, and so there could be riders that are actually 7 when they start the under 7s race, and that's fine. And the same with under 9 and under 12, you have to be under 9, so 8, just trying to work out what came before 9, but 8, you have to be 8 on the 31st of December 2024. Then once midnight happens, you can be 9 and you'll stay there. Once you're in the under 9s or under 7s, you stay there for the whole series, for the whole league. If you haven't been before, the under 7, under 9 and under 12 courses are all based around the start-finish area of every track we go to. So you won't go far out, it'll all be a smaller version of the adults track, but mainly within the start-finish area. The under 14 and under 16 changed this year from youth and juvenile. The reason for changing the names over to under 14 and under 16 is just to make it easier for anyone coming into the sport. I still struggle to know which way youth and juvenile is around now. All of those races will be on the adult track. If you're going for a warm-up lap, everybody has to be 12 or old. There is a change to the schedule this year. The under 14 and under 16 male are being moved out of the women's race and moved into the S2 category with them later on in the day, so the Sport 2. The reason for that is some of the under 16s were so rapid that when they were riding with the women elite, they were unlapping themselves on the last lap. So what was happening was the under 16s were getting the bell, overtaking the elite women, and then coming round, and they're like, well, we had to finish it with the elite women. So the under 16s that got through and unlapped themselves had to go round for another lap, even though they'd had the bell twice. Wasn't ideal. But now onto the adult races. You have to be 16 and older. So on the 31st of December 2024, you need to be 16 or older. Once you're that age, you can pick from any of the categories within the adult group. Everything is done on ability. You have the elite rise at the front, and you're basically chopping it into quarters for men and thirds for women in ability. So the top are elite, then S1 for men and women, S2 just for men, and in fun for women and men. There's racing all the way down the field, so if you're in the middle, you're still racing for S1 or S2. Which category should you be in? That's a bit more difficult. It's because it's done on ability, you have to choose your own category, and you should really know. Most people know where they are. If you're in elite, this is kind of level of regional riders, top regional riders and national riders will be there. It's pretty rapid. S1 again is quite competitive. You'll have many regional riders in there, but probably not quite the national level. And in S2 is again still quite competitive, but it will be a mixture of people that haven't trained as much, had a bad winter, coming back from illness, coming new into the sport. This is the kind of proving ground. It's your level up from the fun. You want to race, but it's still extremely competitive and hard to win this category. If you do enter and you've chosen the wrong category after the first race, we'll probably spot it. You'll be too fast for that category. You know, if you've entered S2 and you're 10 minutes ahead at the end, we'll ask you to go up to S1. If you're still not sure which category to go in, you can check WebScorer. If you go to webscorer.com and search for Travers MTB series, you can search for the different categories on there, see the riders that are in it, maybe you'll know some of them, and you can judge where you should be within that. So how do you enter? If you go to the MTB East Facebook page, there'll be links on there to the entry page, which is at this address here. And here's the actual page itself that you'll see. Just go along and choose either single entry, where you can pick and choose which races you enter, or go to the series entry that will allow you to enter all 10 races all in one go for the price of 8. Now obviously the series entry will disappear once the first race happens, because you can't enter the series if one of the races has already started. So after that point you'll only be able to enter individual rounds. The first time you'll enter, you'll have to be a member of the league, which gives you the access to the all league races, your number board, timing chips, results, everything. And once you have that, you only have to do that once, and in every other race you just enter the race. Okay, so how do you get your number board? The first race you enter, you go to the signing on tent. It'll be the Travers gazebo, and there'll be your number board will be there waiting for you. Pick it up. That's it. That's all you have to do. The timing chip will be on the back of the board. We won't be running the helmet tags this year. We're experimenting without them, so it'll just be a number board, and there'll be 2 chips on the back of that. Once you have your number board, you don't need to sign on. You just go to the race. You've got your number board, and that's it. Obviously, if you don't enter the race and you turn up with your number board, you won't be recorded and you'll be asked to leave. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any more comments, if I haven't answered anything, please put them in the comments below. Any questions, fire away.